Okay, Vukali, Eve. So today I'm just going to start off by asking a few general questions like we might normally do. Like, cad is anam dit? And you will say, is anam dum? Cad is a thought to you? If you're great, you might say Tommy Cahoontuck, Tommy Carcalor, I'm alright. Or Neil Megama. If you say Neil Megama, you might say Mar ta Okrasarm or ta Tirsha. Another question might start off with is Féach amach an inog agus inistum conas atá an aimse. You might look out, I'm looking out here now, it's actually Sunday morning agus tá sé ag curbáistí agus tá sé fuair. Níl sé greenver. Ceistelle might be cad a dit tú dom fric fásta agus cad a dul tú, and you might say dit me Rice Krispies or no toaster agus im, which is toast and butter, agus dul me sú aráiste. Alright, always nice to be able to answer those questions as a little warm up to any Irish lesson you do. Okay, so for this, we're working on Éanad a Hocht, which is chapter 8, and it's Erin Idirlíon. And that means on the internet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through it and I'll translate each sentence as we're going. Each night I think it would be a good idea for you, and I would like you to do, to practice. So say for example on the first night on Idirlíon on the Monday, you practice reading this. So you listen back to the voice recording that I do here, and you will practice it as I go along. You might pause it and go along as well, or try it afterwards. Okay, and I'm going to ask as well, if at all possible, I'm going to ask that you send a voice recording of you or a video recording when you're speaking and reading one of these paragraphs. So if you want to do it on Monday, you can send me a little video recording on Class Dojo. I've sent a link in the homework that should hopefully guide you to do it, so hopefully that will work. Okay, and you could record yourself reading this paragraph in Irish, watching out for the fadas all the way along. Okay, so A fada is O, I fada is E, O fada is O. Let me see if I can see just a U fada. If you get a U fada, it's U. So E, I fada. E fada then is A. A fada. I saw there somewhere a minute ago. Sausta. O fada, which is the O sound, and U fada, if it's there, I'll give it a U sound or an U. Okay, I can start anyway. So, Lá bratha Ciara a bhí ann. It was Ciara's birthday. Bhí she 3 bliana déag d'aois. She was 13 years old. Bhí she ina déagóir. She was a teenager. Ceannaigh Peadar DVD di sa siopa ceol. So Peadar, and it's, as you'll notice here, it's the verb with the breather that comes first nearly all the time. Peadar bought a DVD for her in the music shop. Fuair Donal Learoyd Kishfella de sa siopa sport. Donal got a basketball for her in the sports shop. Ceannaigh Matthew agus Marcus Tíléna de sa siopa AD. So remember, Matthew and Marcus are brothers, or twins, and they bought her a t-shirt in the clothes shop. Thug Daddy agus Mommy phone póca nua de. Mommy and Daddy gave her a new pocket phone, or mobile phone as we'd say. Thug Uncle Sean airgid de. So Uncle Sean gave her money, agus fuair she airgid ó Auntie Breed freshen, and she got money from Auntie Breed or Auntie Bridget as well. Bhí 100 euro aici an sin agus bhí she bra sásta. She had 100 euro then, and she was really happy. Déach Ciara an iireslá or sport agus connig she péra broig Kishfel. Ciara looked at a sports magazine and she saw a nice pair of basketball shoes or basketball boots. Bhí siad go háling. They were fantastic or beautiful. Bhí dot darag agus bán orthu. They were red and white. Tharraing Ciara an leathnach as an islár agus tar éis scoile an luan, cuaigh she féin agus mammy go dtí an baile mór. So haring, that verb is to pull. So she pulled an leathanach, the page, out of the magazine. Agus taréis, remember that from doing our time? You might say fihin no maid taréis ade. So taréis scola, after school, an luan, cuaig she féin agus mommy go dtí an baile mór. They went to the big town, herself and mommy. Cuardig, which means searched. Cuardig siad I ngach oid ach ní mhór siad na broige. So they looked in every place, but they did not get the broige or the shoes. Now just looking at this, lads, as well, cuardig, that's an example of our verbs which have got a ga shula, which is 2 syllables. Cuardig. Okay, so when you're changing that from the Aimsir Catcha to the Aimsir Láthreach, it'll become Cuardian. Okay, Cuardian. And in the future tense, the Aimsir Ashtanach will become Cuardoig. On to paragraph 3. An Sahern, cuaig an vertical go baile áit lia. The two of them went to Dublin. Cuaig siad ó thiopa go siopa. They went from shop to shop, ach ní raibh na broige le fáil in éon áit. The shoes weren't to be got in any place. Cuaig siad isteach san ionad siopadóireachta. They went into a shopping centre. Stop siad ag an café agus ceannaigh siad té, suaráiste agus gá ceapra. They stopped at the cafe and they bought tea, orange juice and 2 sandwiches. An sin, cuaig siad isteach sa siopa sport. Then they went into the sports shop. Hashbán Ciara an leathanach an Irish leabhar don Rastali. So Ciara showed the page from the magazine don Rastali. Now on your opportunity sheet, you might remember that Frastali can be a waiter, waitress, but it can also be a shop attendant. So it's like someone that serves you. Okay? So Déach an Frastali an leathanach agus cro sé a ceann. So he looked at the page agus cro sé a ceann, he shook his head. And he said, Ní féidir na broige sin all in Éireann. You can't get these shoes in Ireland, or they're not to be got in Ireland. And Ciara says, An will tú cinnte? An will tú means are you, cinnte means sure. He says, Tom darfa, I'm certain. Caithfidh tú dul go America. You will have to go to America. Ciara says, Cearcalóir, okay, Gurav Magat. Thanks. And Mommy says, No be borha. We came across that before. It means don't be worried. Yo meet rud éigean eile dit. We'll get you something else. Okay, just on to the next page, boys. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we're now in Leathanach, Dahid Shacht 47. Bhí diama Ciara. So Ciara was disappointed. That's like you might say bhí áthas orm or bhí brón orm. This time it's diama, disappointment. Díreach an sin, which means just then, cúla sí an phone póca. So her phone rang, so she heard it, cúla sí. Daddy-o bhí ann. It was Daddy-o. He said, Díag with the Ciara. Hi Ciara. Céir brawallat do the bhreithla. What would you like for your birthday? Ciara says, Baralam broga kishfella nua. I'd like or I'd love new basketball shoes. Ach ni féidirlum iad a áil in éon áid. But I'm not able to get them in any place. Daddy-o replies and he says, Yo meet rud éigean eile dit má say. And he said, well, we'll get you something else, so if that's the case. Ciara says, Gura míle maith agat a Daddy-o. Thanks a million, Daddy-o. Tá tú an canálta. You're very kind and very generous. Now we've diama here again. So if we diama Ciara, ach ní dúirt sí éon rud. So she was disappointed, but she didn't say a thing. An ihe sin, that night, queer Daddy-o gléach telephone father. So that night, Daddy-o called Padder on the telephone. To call someone on the telephone, you could say, queer Daddy-o gléach telephone father. Cuaig an vertical ag siopadóireacht an Idirlíon. So the two of them went shopping on the internet. Ag an deireadh seachtaine, at the weekend, tháinig Daddy-o court. He came to visit. Agus thug sé bosca mór do Ciara, and he gave Ciara a big box. Doscail Ciara an bosca. She opened the box. Cad a bhí istigh ann? What was inside? ach na broige kishfella, but the basketball shoes. Fi una an downer Kira. So she was really surprised. She said, Cover to na broga. Where did you get the shoes? Cuig me go nua áireach, and you can see from the picture what city that is, New York, agus ceannig me iad, and I bought them. Kira says, Tá tú ag maga fu me Edio. You are joking me, Daddy. Queer Kira na broige irhi. She put them on her. Rishi amach sa Gardine. Rug she an Leroy kishfella, agus fuair she gá kishan as a céile. So she ran out to the garden, she grabbed the basketball, and she got 2 baskets in a row, as a céile. Rishi arasha stocks a chalk. She ran back into the house. Rug she barog her yadia. So you can see it there in the picture. It means to hug someone, or she grabbed the hug off Daddy. Kira said, Gura mila maha got the Daddy. Oh, thanks so much, Daddy. Tana broiga go hauling. The shoes are wonderful or beautiful. And he says, Falger at the store, which means you're welcome, darling or love. It's like a little, a store means, it's a pet name. Kira said, An raibh nua áireach go húntaach. Was New York brilliant or wonderful? He said, Bhí sé raibh. It was fabulous. It was great. Rocking me down the céile lá éigean. That's your future tense, and that is future tense of go or went. We will go there together another day. Ayadio, wala chocht amach agus kishfella immert. Daddy-o, do you want to come outside and play basketball? Daddy-o says, Baralum ach tá mé rohian. I'd love to, but I'm too old. Pater says, Níl tú rohian, le dullig shoppadort an Idirlíon. You're not too old to go shopping on the internet. Quaig Daddy Soul or feather, agus hosig an vertica a gaira. So he winked, I suppose is the best way to say that. Daddy-o winked at Pater, and hosig an vertica a gaira. Hosig started, and vertica to tunum a gaira laughing. Daddy-o says, Shinne mushkale, that's my story, agus má tá breagaun biach. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, is what that means. Alright, so on to the next page, lads, and we'll be looking at Kupla Kesht. So again here, very important to know the question that you're being asked. Iverhain, Cain ish a via Kira. So ish is age, you know Kira is, and Cain is which. So what age or which age does Kira have? So you go back to the story and back to the start, and at the very start you will find the answer to that. Okay? Iverado. Cad iad na brontanish a for Kira. So cad means what. What were na brontanish, the presents a for Kira? For is get or got. So what presents did Kira get? Iver 3. Kea hug arigid de. Who gave her money? K means who. And you'd start off your sentence with your breer, which is hug. Hug, arigid de. Iver car. Cad the connig shees in Irish lower sport. Cad means what. Connig means saw. So what did she see in the sports magazine? And you'll start off your answer with, again, see which one is your verb. And you'll start off with connig she, and you'll go back to the story and find out what she saw in the Irish lower sport. Iver cuig. Cain da a vir na broige. What colour were the shoes? Okay, we can here and here. Which colour were on the shoes, or what colour were the shoes? Iver she. Cognacic mommy agus Kira an luan. Now, this is actually an irregular verb. So the verb is te, which is to go. And in the past tense, if it was a positive answer, you would say cuig mommy agus Kira an luan. If it's a negative or dúltach, you would say níacig. So when it comes to the question then, it becomes cognacic mommy agus Kira an luan. So where do mommy and Kira go on the Monday? And you'll start off with cuig. Ever shocked? Anvor siad na broige cén fa. So anvor, it's going to be for or nivor, and then why. If we're hooked on Dima or Kira, was you disappointed? It's going to be V or Nirev. Right, boys, my recording's about to finish, but hopefully you understand the rest of the questions and can work from there.